told your friend you're not okay? And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up.
Man, what's up, y'all? You know what? I wanted to let y'all know and make this video and tell y'all about a situation that happened to me a couple of weeks ago. Now, this situation actually happened at work. Now, I gotta explain the whole thing, so this video may take a little time because I got to actually walk y'all through what happened to me from then to now. Now, forgive me if there's any background noise, people around doing certain things. I really don't want to reshoot this video, but I want to make sure I get everything out right now, and I'm going to try to do it as precisely as possible. Another thing, I may say a couple of choice words in this video, okay? It's going to be to describe the narrative of what's happening. So you might hear adjective or a curse word maybe, but I'm trying to stay away from that, and I'm asking for forgiveness right now. And speaking of forgiveness, Heavenly Father, thank you for blessing me to be able to make the video like this, give a precautionary warning to people, and to let people know that I'm okay and that things like this happen. Now, I'm going to start. A couple of weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, close to a month now, I had an incident on my bus. All right? Not an accident. I didn't hurt anybody. Myself, I got injured a little bit, but I'm okay. As y'all can see, I'm, fine. I'm making a video. Now, I was at work. I was actually in between routes. Now, many people, pretty much everybody know I drive school buses. Now, I'm lucky in the sense that I have time in between my route, where I can chill, gather myself or whatever after I drop the kids off. So I was sitting back actually at my little chill spot making a video. Now, where I was at is very important to the story because it's literally right across the street from the local high school that I drive for. So it's a little park over there. I thought it was a dog park at first, but it's a regular park. People be having their dogs there. People be walking through there, jogging. It's a little place for kids and all that, but it's a little park. It's enough, like, I bring my bus and I actually park in that lot, and it's not no huge park. But anyway, I was sitting there, I was making a video, shooting a video, talking about something. And when I got done, I had to wrap it up because it's time for me to pull off. Now, this is where the areas and everything get kind of gray and mixed in at. Because I thought, right hand to God, I thought that I put my seatbelt on. I thought I went to reach to get that seatbelt. But see, God had to show me about being complacent. That's why I believe he allowed what happened to happen, because I had gotten complacent with my routine and certain things I was doing, and he had to break me from that. So I made a left turn coming out of this parking lot. Now, to narrate this, I had to leave out the parking lot, make one left, go down the street about a quarter mile and make another left and start my route. Needless to say, I didn't get that far. And I'm going to tell y'all what happened, and this is where things went south at. I went from everything being okay to things just going totally left and losing all kind of cool points. This is the description. I'm behind the wheel. I'm getting ready to turn out. I'm in the seat. My hands right here. This is the steering wheel. The seatbelt's supposed to come across me like so. I thought I had the seatbelt on, but I didn't. I go to turn the bus, make a left turn so I can get out on the street. It was no cars coming, north or southbound, so I was able to literally turn out the parking lot without hitting nobody or fear of that. But I didn't have the seatbelt on. I went to hit the gas, and just as I was hitting the gas, and the whole bus came out. The front two tires came out, and everybody knows school buses are, have dually, especially the big ones, have dually wheels in the back. And that suspension, I got a new bus, so the suspension was stiff. Pulled out, that bus rocked like this, and as I was hitting the gas, it was like all in one motion. I went left. When that bus rocked me, now I'm 5'9", about 185, 190 pounds. So I'm not light by no stretch of the imagination. I'm not no little bitty baby or nothing like that. But when I turned, the momentum threw me, because I was hitting the gas too, and I didn't have my seatbelt on. So this is how I got out the seat. Now, it's the landing is right there when you come up the stairs, and you know the landing to stand right here or walk to the back of the bus or whatever. I flew past that. I'm sitting up here as I'm turning left, and I'm leaning right. I'm falling. Now keep in mind, I'm turning the wheel. The only reason why the bus went the way it went is because I turned that wheel. I had that wheel. I was holding on for dear life for that brief second. I'm trying to reach for the seatbelt. I messed my finger up and I fell completely out the seat, past the landing, down the stairs, back first. Now, thank God I hit my head, back of my head, but thank God I didn't fall on my neck or nothing like that. My back was sore for about a week or so, but I got up over there. Now, fast forward, the bus then went back over the curb. Thank God it didn't hit a pedestrian or hit another car, because people walk through there and they jog through there. So it was nobody out there. So thank God that it didn't hit nobody. And I didn't have no kids on the bus, because that would have been a whole nother probably lawsuit I'd have been facing. Because, yeah, now the bus jumped the curb, went over in the marsh. Now, right where the marsh is at, it is a drainage ditch. It's some water. It's like pushed down bushes where and it's trees and all that. It's like some man-made stuff that they put over there. This the good neighborhood. Now, after I didn't gather myself and I didn't realize, I'm like, this cannot be life right now. I did not just go flying out the seat. And when I flew out the seat and went backwards and I was down there on the bottom of the stairs, of course, I ain't had no control. I was just at the mercy of this bus, and I'm just saying, this cannot be life right now. This cannot be happening to me. So once everything stopped, now this is where the tripped out part come in at. The bus came to a stop in the marsh up against a tree. Now, the only thing, and I got pictures of it, I'm going to show y'all in the video. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the pictures on the screen and the before and after. Bumper was messed up. The hood, nothing like that was messed up, just the bumper. And there was a ton of mud underneath the bus. It was enough mud because it was bogged down in. I mean, that bus was dug in there deep. You know what I'm saying? Thank God it didn't go a little bit further, because they probably would have fell in the water. It probably would have hit the drainage ditch. I would have more than likely got fired after that. Now, through the grace of God, God knew I needed my job. So that's what everything went the way it went. Now, at this point in time, it was some passerbyers. It was there was three. It was two ladies and a man. They must have seen what happened. They came over there quick. I mean, it was now, race should not matter, but I got to say exactly what it is. It was two white ladies, had to be in their mid-30s. I think they might have been walking around the park or jogging, but it was another gentleman they came over to. They came over like instant. I mean, the ladies, they was coming through the bushes and all that, because that's how I was down in there. And they up by my driver's window, are you okay? Are you okay? I hear the little voices, so I'm looking over. I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm diesel or whatever. They like, well, we're gonna stay right here. You have a phone? We're gonna stay right here until paramedics or police or fire, whoever, rescue can come and all that. I'm like, I appreciate it, thank you. Now, in my mind, after I let them know I was okay, in my mind, what I'm thinking about while I'm standing there, and they standing out there conversing, talking amongst themselves and to me, and the white dude that was out there with them, he had this look on his face like Stone-Face Johnson, like he just was like, man, that nigga, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can go. But old Grudnum seemed to be more compassionate about the situation, you know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm sitting back thinking like, okay, this might go really bad for you, boy. This might be my last day on the job. Yeah, I done put in 20 years, but this is how it might come to an end right here. They might escort me to the edge of the property and be like, man, it's nice knowing you, better you than me and whatever. But nonetheless, I'm thinking, like, I need to tell these white ladies something. They asked me was I all right. I said I was all right, but maybe I need to go a little step further to be like, look, I know I don't know y'all, because this was in my mind, but if you can give me 20 and you can give me 20, I need to get y'all my information too, my name and, phone number, address or whatever, because I'm going to need y'all to set me up a GoFundMe account, because I might not have no job after this. Now, the little bread I got saved up, that's going to more than likely go on bills, so I'm going to have to start over with a new job and stacking my bread, all that. Now, I know one thing about white people that's decent is the fact that white people can galvanize and come together, especially the well-to-do ones. Them ladies could have went back to the neighborhood. They probably from right around there. They could have went from house to house, and probably by the end of the day, they could have had about $300,000 or $400,000 for your boy to situate me real good and help me out. That's what I was thinking. But in reality, it didn't happen that way. But they sat there. They stood there. Police came, then they left. They bid their farewells and all that. Police came. Now the police come with the dumbass question. Excuse me for my language, but that was a dumb question. How did you get down here? Are you okay? Well, yeah, I felt like, running off the road and picking up the bus and putting it in the mud down here. So that's how that's what I wanted to say. But I was like, nah, I lost control of the bus and I wound up over here. So after I realized I couldn't get out the front door, I had to go through the back door. Alarm going on. I'm sitting up here, all my stuff everywhere. And by now, it's more police pulling up. It's one of the school officials that came over there because I'm right across the street from the school. Now, luckily, I turned that bus and made a left because they had to come get that bus at the ditch. They couldn't tow that bus out. They had to get the winch and pull him out. All that bus was stuck down there. They got the bus out. To fast forward, the mechanics checked the bus out. Of course, mechanics and everybody at the job that knew about it clown me. I'm not free from getting clowned when I made goofball mistakes. I get it. I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? I'm not free from that because I didn't laugh at people when they done made mistakes. So I turned about as fair play. But I had to be called into the office by my safety coordinator. She was out there. She was asking questions, taking pictures. She doing her protocol job. You know what I'm saying? She good people. She got to do what she got to do. So, she didn't call me. I think I was in the office and trying to find out what was going on like that first day. But like the second day, I had to like sit down and talk to her. And then they went over the video because they got video of me, you know what I'm saying, flying out the seat. And she was like, you ain't had your seatbelt on. I'm like, okay, now I'm finna get fired. I could see it coming. But I didn't get fired. God spared me. He knew I needed my job. And it's been a couple of weeks. So that's why I had to wait a couple of weeks before I made this video, because I wanted to make sure I had to get up off them eggshells before I tell this story. They had to retrain your boy. And what was crazy about the retraining is I actually got paid for that. And my partner, one of my good people, man, a good man of faith too. Not only is he my partner, he a good man of faith. Of course, he laughed at me too because, he's still human and we was tripping out on it. But he had to retrain me. So I had to sit and watch a video for about an hour or so, break it up into some training where I had to do some behind the wheel training. I had to do some, procedural road type stuff, stop, start, and all that type of stuff. I did that, but I got paid for that. And I'm cool. But the moral of the story, because my safety coordinator, I think it was a part of time that went by, and she, had me talking to me. And she was like, well, what did you learn from this? Now, I'm sitting up here right now. Now, I'm really feeling like a kid now. You know what I'm saying? I'm damn near 50 years old, but I'm sitting up here feeling like a kid. I'm like, well, of course I got to keep my seatbelt on, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I got my seatbelt on. But I just really felt like I was back in, in grammar school when I felt like that, you know what I'm saying? I had, put my hood on. I'm just sitting there looking like goofy. And then I had a shorty on my bus like a couple of days after the incident happened going to come up showing me a picture of the bus. He said, man, look at this driver here. Shorty, you knew that was me. You knew that was me. I just told Shorty I had like a medical emergency and the bus lost control and went off the road. He was like, look at this goofy driver right here. Now, I'm a rehabilitated, changed man in the eyes of Christ. So I couldn't sit up here and just tell Shorty how I really felt. So I'm like, man, that's messed up. And I just told Shorty to keep it pushing. But I wanted to really be like, man, get your dump out with me. You knew that was me, but I ain't do that. I'm a changed man. God is working through me, man. He changed the boy. Gave me a second chance in life. But nonetheless, I'm thankful and I'm blessed. One, that could have went south. I could have lost my job, and that would have been the easy case scenario. Let's say I would have hit somebody and hurt somebody. It would have been kids on the bus. I would have ran over a pedestrian. I would have had to think about the legal ramifications, the civil ramifications. I ain't got no money to pay nobody for they suing me. You know what I'm saying? I can't, now I think the damage to the bus was between like $800 and $1,000. I think I pretty much forfeited my end of the year bonus. So I take that L. Sometimes you got to take the L. See, with the cool points I lost all my cool points. I lost my extra credit points. I lost all that. You know what I'm saying? I got to restack my points up, man. But I'm not free from nothing happening to me on the job. Now, keep in mind, ain't nothing happened in a while. And I felt a little banged up. I got multiple sclerosis. Most of y'all know that. So I be in aches and pains a lot. So you add that plus me tumbling down the stairs, and I can't even come after nobody. I can't sue nobody because I did that to myself. I can't try to get no chips or get no time off, get no workman's comp. I did that all to myself. But let this be a lesson, man. I had to tell y'all what happened. Again, I got pictures that I'm going to put in the video when I upload it and give it to y'all. I wanted to wait for a while and see how things panned out. Now I finally got the courage to be so strong and put this video out. But nonetheless, I'm going to leave it right there. Think about what I said. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Pray to God. Put your seatbelt on. Peace.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.